Back at it again with Bill Plaschke and Gary Klein. I'm Lindsey, Thiry for the Los Angeles Times. We just met with Jared Goff. He's in Los Angeles after being picked #1 in last night's draft. Bill, what do you think? California boy through and through?
What do you think? Does he look like Ryan Gosling?
2.0.
2.0. Ryan Gosling. And it was so great. We're talking to Leslie, the general manager, and he's like, no, he doesn't need to look like Ryan Gosling. He needs to throw touchdown passes. So that's what he. And I thought the whole thing was very cool. He came across very composed, very together, very smart, answered the questions all right, ready to get to work. I really thought it was a very good impression.
Smart together. He's got some humor to him. Gary, you spent quite a bit of time following him around. Right. You have been everywhere in the last, 36 hours, whatever, 72 hours. What's it been like going from Chicago with Goff and then seeing him here?
Well, as Bill mentioned, I think last night he handled everything that he had to, running here or there, very poised. As I wrote today in the paper, for a guy who's, a pocket passer, he on the run, he looked very, very good.
That was a great line you had, Greg.
That was a great line.
Come on, that was great. I like that you dropped that in there.
Like Ryan Gosling a little bit sometimes, doesn't he?
Sometimes.
Yes, he does.
The point is, I think he showed up today. The LA media got a chance to meet him, and like you're saying, Bill, I think he showed those same qualities, very poised. Vince Ferragamo was out here today. Jim Everett, some former Rams quarterbacks, came out to say hello. He's gotten into the whole exchange, and you guys can expand on it with Yasiel Puig. I mean, he's becoming, in less than 24 hours, he's become an LA sports personality.
The Rams are joking they might need to get him some rib protectors if he ever steps into Dodgers Stadium. But Bill, like Gary just mentioned, he's such an LA personality already. How much does that play into being the pick here in Los Angeles?
It's huge. You have to be able to embrace this. This is the glamour market. You're the glamour position, the glamour draft pick. You got to be able to embrace it. And I asked him, Yasiel Puig tweeted out, hey, come hang out with me. And I asked him in a press conference, do you want to hang out with Yasiel Puig? And he said yes. And I said, no!
And his coach said, we've prepped him for this situation.
Yeah. So it was a fun day. And I think the Rams are all ready for this to be done with now and get to work. But it was a good first step of many steps in a long journey toward the new era in LA sports.
Yeah. He has only slept for 3 hours, he said, between the draft and being here today. Gary, what's next for Jared Goff?
Well, the Rams have a rookie camp coming up at the end of the week. He says he's going to go back to Northern California, try and get a little bit of rest, and then he'll be back with other rookies to go through training camp. There's OTAs that they'll roll into training camp eventually, but really he just wants to get a playbook. He wants to get back to playing football because the guys that have gone through this draft process, really, they haven't had a chance to do much of that the last 4 months. And I think he's really eager to get on the field and show his teammates and show fans that he was worthy of the first pick.
So the Rams made their #1 pick, but don't forget the draft continues on. For the latest coverage, be sure to keep it on the Los Angeles Times with Bill Plaschke and Gary Klein. I'm Lindsey Thiry.